Hello, hi, my name is Fabiana and I'm here to help you with your English and once again. Again, the topic today will be phrasal verbs. We have been dealing with this topic for a while now, and there's a few videos on how to never forget the phrasal verbs, what they are exactly, what you can do to actually recognize them and practice them. But today we are actually going to focus on the grammar of the phrasal verb, because a lot of people, they are not really aware of that, and that can become a problem. And I believe that when you know the grammar of the phrasal verb, you actually manage to use them more accurately, and that will help you expressing yourself a bit better. Okay, so before I actually start talking about the grammar of the phrasal verb, I'd like to tell you about my friend. I like to tell the stories, right? So recently my friend finally broke up with her boyfriend. Okay, so they finally split up. They had been postponing this breakup for, I'd say, about 6 months. Yeah, but they finally did it. But she's quite upset now. So it is my job as a friend to come up with an idea and help her get over it. So if you have any advice on how I can help her, can you please write some comments under here, and then I can help her. So yeah, so how many phrasal verbs did I use telling you my story? Any idea? Have a look. No? Okay. So the phrasal verbs I used were, well, basically, the topic again is relationships, because I think I like talking about the topic, and we already know, if you have seen the other videos, you probably know the phrasal verbs we're talking about. So yeah, so the phrasal verbs here are split up, put off, come up with, and get over. Okay, so I don't know if you are aware, if you have seen the other videos, you know what split up is. Do you remember? That'll be in a relationship. Yes. Put off. Put off would mean to postpone. So if you have something to do and you put it off, you postpone it, you do it another time. That's what they had been doing when it comes to the breakup. They were postponing it. Come up with is like to invent. So I had to create an idea on how to help her get over it. So to get over is to overcome. We usually use get over when we're talking about a difficult situation, yeah? But now we know the meaning of these phrasal verbs. Now we have to think about the grammar. The grammar is important because then we can use them properly, okay? And if you have a quick look here, you will see that the phrasal verbs are in blue and the grammar is in red. Don't know if you can recognize some kind of pattern there. No, yeah, so basically there's actually 4 types of phrasal verbs, okay? The first one is the one that doesn't really require anything after it. That is why I have an exclamation mark and also a full stop, because they don't really need anything. So if we're talking about these 2 phrasal verbs in this context, I don't need anything after it. So say split up, that's it. Oh, they broke up, that's it. I don't have to give you any extra information. And this would be type 1. And they are inseparable. We don't separate them. They always go together, split up and break up. Type 2 is a type of phrasal verb that always requires something after. So for example, when I say get over, I have to say something, get over something. One thing that you have to pay attention to is that it doesn't necessarily have to be a pronoun, it could be any kind of word after it. Another example could be come across. So I came across. Came across what? Oh, I came across a very nice article about relationships. So every time you have come across or get over it, you need something after it. And again, they are inseparable. Type 3 can be a bit tricky because they are the ones that are separable. So you can separate them. So the example here is to put off. So I can say put off the breakup or put the breakup off. So I can say both and they have the same meaning basically. And I could also replace break up with the pronoun it. Yep, and but the only thing you have to pay attention to is that if you do decide to use the pronoun instead of the actual noun, so instead of saying break up, you're gonna use it, you should never put it after the phrasal verb because they're separable. You have to put it in the middle. So as you can see, put off it is cross because it doesn't sound good, right? Another example is, I looked up a word in the dictionary. Or I could say, I looked up a word in the dictionary. Or I looked up a word in the looked a word up in the dictionary. Both are fine. And then last one, type 4. This is I'd say the easiest one because this one is a phrasal verb that we have 3 words. So come up with. So you have 3 words. So every time you have a phrasal verb with 3 words, you need something after. The example, come up with an idea. Another example, I usually catch up with my friends on the weekends. Okay, so after the 3 word phrasal verbs, we always need something after. And they are inseparable. Okay, so these are the 4 types. Hope you're not feeling overwhelmed. But if you're feeling overwhelmed, just press pause now and have a quick look again. And then, so let's just quick recap, okay, from all the 4 types. So type 1, they don't require anything after. For example, did they fall out? And they're inseparable. And then type 2, again, inseparable, and they always need something after. So for example, he always falls for older women. If you don't know what to fall for mean, look up in Cambridge Dictionary and learn something new today. And then type 3, they are separable, so you can separate them. An example, he always pointed her mistakes out. That was my friend's ex-boyfriend. He used to do that to her, point out her mistakes constantly. And type 4 are the ones with 3 words. They are inseparable, okay, and they always need something. We always need something after it. Okay, so now it's your favorite time of the video, your homework. And so, easy homework. You can go back and have a look at the phrasal verbs and write some sentences or write a little story like I like to do. Okay, and so if you like the video, press like. If you have any comments, any questions, just type it there and I'll reply. Okay, thank you again. See you next time.